There's just a certain like joy, I guess is the best way to put it, of just being able to put on unusual clothes that you wouldn't otherwise put on, like, and be somebody who you aren't usually. I've always loved dressing up, so just putting on funky things has always been fun for me. The craft part is something I'm getting more into now. I used to just only buy cosplays and then attempt to do a little bit with wigs, but I'm kind of moving into a phase where I'm trying to learn to make my own more, and that's been a lot of fun for me, kind of like growing in like wig styling, sewing, and even a little bit of makeup, which I'm not good at, and that's very appealing to me. It's just a really good way to round out so many skills. Oh, I put tape in my hair, that was stupid. You know, I'd get the random comments in the hallways, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. And when I'm like on, like my family, I've talked to them about this, so they're better about it now, but like before, when they weren't really understanding it, they would just kind of be like, oh, Syd's in another weird outfit, and it got on my nerves. Other than that, people seem to like when I wear things. Like overall, like I'll be walking through the city wearing a cosplay and people are like, oh, nice hair, or hey, I know that character. So I think it's on the upwards trend. I mean, you're missing out if you don't do stuff that's that you want to do. People tend to enjoy when others are who they really are. Cosplay is a mishmash of costume and play, so it is just dressing up in costume, but again, there's more of that craft aspect, and like it's outside of Halloween and big events.
You're just making fun of like, oh, it's Morbid time, or like.
First time you wear a cosplay, it's such a huge confidence boost, and the first time you wear it out at a con, it's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But the first time you wear it outside that setting, you're like, oh gosh, now what? Is somebody gonna make fun of me? But the more you put yourself out there, the more you grow to realize that like, hey, I can do, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, I can do whatever I want, and if someone has something not nice to say, then okay, they can suck it up and I'll move on with my life. And I think that's a really like strong way to experiment with that and to grow in that way, because it's so direct. It's like, I am wearing this weird thing, you are not used to this, how are you going to react and how am I going to respond?
I was an hour and a half late to my class today because I missed the metro. And afterwards I went up to my teacher, I was like, hey, is there like the sign-in sheet that we usually have that I have to fill out? And he looked at me for a second, he went, don't worry, I knew you were here. And I was like, I figured. I was like in the back, but I was like, I know about this. Okay, so I'm Syd, I'm Miku, and I am your president of J.A.M. Help me open up, you're my only hope. On stage, we have Autumn Ellis as Shigo from Kim Possible.
Don't bash on something until you try it. It's understandable if cosplay is not somebody else's thing. It's fine, you know, we all got our interests. If someone else is doing something that you're not used to, then let them, you know, they're not hurting you, and maybe if you try it, you'd like it, maybe you would still hate it, and that's totally fine. If you're gonna comment just to say something that is gonna take someone down, like, I think at that point you just kind of need to take a step back and like, look at yourself.
Great job, everybody!
When I first started, it was just kind of, okay, I put on a thing, I run around, yay, yay. But when I first learned how to like edit my face, and I just go crazy with and over-edit it, as any young teen will do, as I kind of went on even more past that, I would edit less and less. So nowadays, I pretty much only edit either like lighting and stuff like that, or things that could be accomplished with makeup, since I don't really have makeup skills. So that's kind of my cheat to get around that. In a way, that's still a little bit harmful, because what I cosplay online, like that still isn't really my natural face. It's very close to it, but like, you know, I smooth it out, I take out my freckles. I think it does put me in a position to think more about like who I am, what I look like, and the fact that it's okay I don't look like a digital image.
We lost some people at the corner gift shop. She goes, oh, OMG.
Oh, Syd, how does this
I don't take pictures of myself a lot outside of, like serious pictures outside of like cosplay. So I don't often get a great like image in my head of what I look like. Kind of like, oh, I'm this general shape, right? But when I do cosplay, they're good photographs and I get to really like see who I am, like physically. I think it just helps me to just walk around more confidently in a weird way. Kind of like, it's a roundabout. In a very simple way, it's nice knowing what I look like.
Remember, it's unprofessional. Put your face in the camera and stare right at it. If you're an actor, don't do that.
Yeah, that's legal. Yeah, that's why I have to go back so early, because people come in so early and sit down.